Hi, everyone. I'm just going to share some beats I just happened to stumble upon. Some badass bass slapping. Dr. Funk out of the UK. I'm going to absolutely try and connect with this amazing musician. Pull some cards while we're listening. Oh, commercial. Let me just mute that before. What? Have no fear. Music is here. Yo, that dude. Yo. Yo. Fucking bass slapper. Forgiveness. What's up, THORSDAY? Galactic traveling disciplinaries. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Woo, woo. And I really would like to start getting together creators, artists. I really would like to start promoting, right, harmony and healing, being part of the harmonic healing movement. The more we band together, right, we create balance and harmony. We toss this bullshit out the window. We confront it head on because we're badass spiritual warriors, and we're aware that, what does this say? I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. And that was Dr. Funk, and this is the Love Doctor. So we hold space and unconditional love. And we got the funk. Gotta get that funk. Ow. So we create happiness. The swirl. We act like little girls and play. So everyone has a little girl and a little boy. 444, as I said that, 4 minutes and 44 seconds in. Inside of us that we're rising that Christ consciousness of our inner child wounds, right? We have to protect our inner child and our children that are outside and the adult children. We're all children of God. It's very sad to me to see a lot of the stuff that's going on due to, right, false evidence appearing real, acronym. And CIA can also refer. I was like thinking about that a little while ago. I got a little juicy download, little lightning light code. Right, Christ inner ascension, Christ inner awareness, conscience inner awareness, right? Play with the letters, play with the words, and right, nothing has to be right or wrong as far as that goes. We can play, right? All day, every day, all night, no fright. Hmm? Acceptance. That's such a pretty card, isn't it? Beautiful mandalas. And truly, these are the shapes that the molecules, the atoms, right? Adam and Eve, a feeling and a thought. That's feelings and thoughts, right? Energy equals MC squared. Create different geometric shapes, right? Or blobs, right? Inside each and every one of us. So if we keep leaking them out and shooting them out everywhere, that's what the world consists of, right? All of our leakage. It's like battery acid leakage, really. Battery. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. And a lot of us, okay, right, our minds can become very narrow-minded if we're run by fear, right? Fear, 7 minutes and 7 seconds. And as I said, fear, guilt, shame, and control matrix. Matrix is belief system, right? The web I build around me, the codes, the words I allow myself to think, swallow, encode within my vessel, which can create beautiful sacred geometry and crystalline, right? Like nice clean water inside of me. Beautiful crystalline body. Or if I'm run by fear, it's like static, right? This is much nicer. And all we have to do to achieve this, heal the virus, is have acceptance, accept the things that we cannot change, right? God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom, not the knowledge and the information that I'm going to go running around with and blah, 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 that you hear and I know and blah, blah, blah. That's understanding. Ready? Understanding. I'm underwater still. I have to have, oh, excuse me. I have to have inner standing, right? I have to, right? If I have understanding, I'm in the ocean, I'm underwater. So I start to understand. Now I get hit with a wave, an electrical surge. So now my salt water body is going to get electrocuted and activated, and my physical human body is going to feel it inside. Are you going to be able to see the thoughts and feelings I'm having? Only if I express them in a reactive manner and respond, right? I'm a first responder. But otherwise, I'm getting thoughts, I'm getting feelings that are coming surging up through my vessel. And I have understanding. I'm still underwater, under the mark, under the line, just like the US debt clock is in all red. And that's not good red. That red's negative, right? But the red bloodline's positive, right? As far as, well, everything is the red bloodline outside of the human body. Anything inside your skin is blue within. Yeah. Once it hits the oxygen, and it turns red, right? Rojo. All right, so back to understanding. If I'm underwater, understanding, if I have knowledge and understanding, that's great, but I'm still gathering and hunting for information. But as I get electrocuted, that surge comes up and my saltwater body affects the internal, right, vessel that I'm walking around in a physical form, right, with an arm, a leg, arm, and a head if I'm lucky. I should be grateful for those things. Yeah, I am. Let's say how grateful we are. I'm grateful to be able to talk to you right now. I'm grateful 10 minutes and 44 seconds in. I'm grateful to be squatting on the floor right now underneath the camera. Getting a little exercise in while I'm talking. Where am I? Look, it's the Jinn. You can't see me. Ah, it's him. I'm teasing, right? So Jinn are unseen energies. Jinn, Jinn, Jinn. Jinn, Jinn, Jinn. A little different than Holy Ghost and Holy Spirit, but three operate in the same manner. Just like understanding. Now I got hit with electricity. My saltwater body is going to come up over my head. Now I can have overstanding. I'm an overseer. I think I know everything. I'm coming from above. I'm on top. Right, Adam? Adam and Eve, up out the garden they go, creating Cain and Abel, positive and negative thoughts shooting out all over the place. Tubal canes, I'm like, my boy, he said, I got some retarded ones, I got some crippled ones, I got some, right? Meaning, don't take personal offense to the word. Just meaning, unprocessed thoughts and feelings come out, like I was just saying, deformed. So we have to allow those things to come back into us so that we're playing with the energy, so that we have inner standing. And then we start to create with the divine Holy Spirit and universal Father and Mother Nature and our earthly mother that we're so grateful to be, right? So bountiful with. We have plants, flowers, food, one another, right? The earth is a living organism, a spaceship that's living, hurling through multiple galaxies in outer space. How are people walking around ungrateful right now? I'm dumbfounded. Hear the birds chirping? They're like, it's like, how can you not be excited and have a childlike outlook and use your noodle, right? Your intellectual noodle to have a fucking imagination to help create creation in a positive manner and have some fucking fun. It's like everybody's running around like, I just want to get back to work. I just want to be able to go to the bar. I want. Wow. I'm really 13 minutes and 31 seconds in as I said that. I'm truly disgusted, honestly. I really, really am. And like the things that I listened to the Biden speech last night. What I could stomach of it, I think it put me to sleep, honestly. I fell asleep during it. So I'm going to say that put me to sleep. Really? We need to provide more jobs to keep people. What? Thank you. How about we need people to contribute to this process rather than running around all over God's creation like little pre-ejaculated sperm. Sorry, excuse my French. Really. I mean, that's like to the T what the fuck I'm seeing from this point of view on a lot of different spectrums, specs, Fuck it. What the fuck? Excuse my swearing. Really? Meep, meep. Anybody got a truck? We need some gasoline, right? And some oil and some opiates. And then we got to still create war so we can keep them paying taxes. We only pay taxes if we're in war. 1444. As I said that, and it's 110. Let's begin. So excuse me, because I'm gonna I have a lot of different energies traveling through me. Like I said, we're gonna ride the lightning today, beauties. So if you're offended, you can change the channel. You have that free right, you know. And otherwise, hang out 1 minute, 1 minute, 111. Hang out, scream and shout, dance a little, and let's have some fun going through, right? Seasons, the seasons, seasonings, the seasons of the abyss. Like my black coffee. Darkness. Could be anything and no thing, right? But people like to make a lot of things some, S-U-M, something out of nothing. The Nile. The Nile's in between the Tigris and the Euphrates. Now we have Kundalini rising, so two snakes rising up the back. Right? So our DNA is what's getting activated, right? We're getting hit with a lot of, Schumann resonance is spiking, right? Just like the coronavirus has spikes, any virus has spikes, just like a little ball of sunshine here, right? The sun is also like a recycling center, and there's more than one, right? We have a binary system, two sunrise, sunset, two suns, two solar systems that intertwine as the pendulum swings back and forth across like a vine, right? Ding, ding, ding. This is like, this is my Korean bell. I love this. I'm hiding the awesome face of the dragon. Bell and the dragon. I love this bell. So, coming to terms with like coming to terms with the fact that as human beings, right, we're being upgraded, right? So we're going through evolutionary changes within our human vessel. So this is the definition of death and rebirth. But you do it within your body. You get a quickening. It's called the quickening. So as we're getting hit by ridiculous amounts of solar flares, I don't know why there's so many commercials going on this. This usually doesn't play commercials. Sorry, I apologize. While we're getting hit with a mass amount of solar flares, right? Because we're in a solar system with a massive amount of stars that are uncountable. And like the lights behind me, each star is a sun, right? Like the pupil of the eye, Anna, right? So each of our, right, eyes are the windows to the soul. And we see in an upside down inverted version, right? Like an upside down tree. And this water in my head has to be nice and clear. I think I had to grab the present moment. And I love my little crystal skull. Alcohol is all gone. Ain't no alcohol up in here. I actually have some salt in here. Some salt crystals. Keeping it clear. But we don't have salt water in our head, right? It's like, and these are Himalayan salt, but and it's more just for purifying, so not to represent the head, because we don't want salt water here, right? Our body, salt water body, our round earthly body that creates the electromagnetic sphere, right? It's like a fountain pouring out of us. So this is the right? This is the earth, as above, so below, so within, so without. So in the center, we have an iron nickel magnetic core. Okay. So this is where our right, we have a like the buoyancy system. This is where truth resonates. This is my true north, right? The magnetic compass. Which direction are you going, right? North, east, south, west, right? I only know it, never eat shredded wheat. Because otherwise, I think I come from the flip side. So for me, it's reverse. So I'm always like, wait. Fucks me all up. Like this camera. My other camera is the other way. So this one's mirrored. It's the, so I have to like, it's like the other direction. So I'm like, oh yeah, wait. So I got to play with the angles. So I'm learning because to me, oh, the mirrors and all that fuck me all up. Forget it. It's like you guys forget it. I'm just gonna walk away. Mirror on the wall. So anyhow, right? Because if you reflect a mirror in a corner, it's gonna show the corner of something else. So you're gonna think nothing else is over here in the corner behind me because I'm reflecting a mirror and making it look like it's just like grass, just like the other side or whatever, land, forest, whatever. But meanwhile, there's like a whole. That's why I was like, as we keep awakening, I know we'll all see more because we all have different blind spots, right? Like horses that are walking with blinders, right? Sleeping atoms, which is why I'm very sarcastic. I play a lot. I'm very passionate and allow spirit to travel through me unapologetically. For the most part, sometimes some shit comes out. I'm like, like I really sometimes have to try to, and they're like, nope, say it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and then I'm like, why did I have to say that? And other times, it just depends again because spirit is not just one solid thing. It's so many different, right? The world. Think of like the smoke that's rising here, right? I don't know if you can even see the smoke rising, but I got my incense with my little dragon here. And so right, smoke, I was just referring to, right, is also water vapors, yeah? We're also breathing water. We just don't see that like we do the bodies of water we see that we can go jump into or that we have fall upon us in the shower and the rain, right? A little different bodies of water. And the rain, right? The recycle. It's 119. 911 is in Yorktown, which also equals 11. Right. So just being of service, right? The police, I'm only teasing. The police, right? Overseers, overseas are supposed to be, they took an oath to protect and serve. But I'm not sure, like, right? Who do you serve? For whose empire? And for whose worth? Whose worth? Who's worth what? Somebody else's word is worth more than what you feel and think and are inside. That's interesting concept. In the Bible, I believe it says, I shall put no other man before me. And God wrote our Constitution on our heart. So while I respect laws of man right? If that when they apply, and absolutely, it's like they're right to have a fluid flow. But if we have beings that like to sneak, pretend that they're turning a blind eye, so that's willful, Wilbur, ignorance, which need not apply, right? Do you have insurance? What's in your wallet? Look how excited too. I'm going to say, really, human race? All they have to do is dangle a $1,400 check in front of you, and you guys go running for it like Bingo the dog. That's what you're worth. That's the price that you accept for your head. John the Baptist. Being marked in the Bible, America represents Egypt. I'm going to actually get into that, the metaphysics. I have a lot of things pulled up here that I've so we don't have so many walking around in denial, because many think they know. They think, I mean, there's so many walking around saying that they have all this information and they're feeding it to all of the people on a constant basis. But I've looked up many statistics and the numbers don't match. So I'm not sure where that information's coming from. But to be right, Gulliver's Travels, to be so gullible and not do research, but tell my children to go to school, get up, go to school, get an education and pay for it, and that they better listen to that bullshit so that what I could be completely blind and ignorant. Like what kind of advice is that, and where is that coming from? I mean, that again, denial, alcoholism, right? Think of all the words that end in ism, right? Behaviorism, lots of mental behaviorism, right? Lots of emotional behaviorism issues, addictions, the need to feel in control because otherwise people don't know what to do with that energy, right? So this is where we actually have the problem, right? There, what I just that right there. Because when we don't allow time and space for processing, well, we remain here in denial, and then we go running around barking orders at everyone else, right? And dog, God are interchangeable, right? Thinking that we're gods and kings and queens, right? Fighting over crowns, coronavirus, going by the gut, only the gut. The gut is great, but the gut has its own mind and its own nervous system, and it doesn't always give us the right signs. All disease also comes from the gut. And the only reason for dis-ease is discord. So if my mind and my gut are doing things that maybe aren't good for my physical earthly body and my divine feminine and my Christ consciousness development and my inner wounded children, that's all my inner, right? All my wounds from childhood, everything I haven't gotten to take a look at up until now. See, it's been a blessing in a sense, right? It comes out looking like a curse. It comes out looking very scary and bad, the virus did. It comes out looking very right, however they want to make it look, however it is in your head. What does God look like to you? What does Santa look like to you? What's the devil look like to you? What is Satan to you? What is the virus to you? In your head, what do you picture it to be? Is that something you can see with your physical eyes? And God, we trust, it says on all the money that we exchange, at least here in America. I'm not quite sure about the other countries, but right, So here, though, it says, in God we trust. How many gods are there? How many suns are there? Again, we're in a binary system. So which God are you trusting and putting faith into? Not worshiping, not feeling fear from, because that's not of God. Okay, so that's of either human unprocessed emotions and right feelings and thoughts, or it's from an outside source that is not benevolent, right? So which is also just an immature pre-ejaculated thought or feeling that's floating around in the atmosphere in our world, and you just happened to decide to swallow it and accept it, right? Acceptance, where'd that card go, right? But that's not right, you accepted it as your truth, right? So, and we all do this, right? So it's like I've accepted things that like, right, I still do now, right? And as I go through life and go through my process, my journey, my experience, my thoughts and my feelings, I discard and let go of what I don't need so that I have a more of a balanced, right, clear running stream, right? Like right now, I'm so grateful I have a clear running video stream on StreamYard, which I fucking love StreamYard, yo. I'm very grateful for whoever created this app and site and what have you. Kudos, kudos. Just like the dude I played in the beginning of the video, Dr. Funk, the bass slapper. Yo, that dude was, check him out. I was like, listen, my whole shower, I was listening to him. I love the bass though. I love when somebody can fucking slap that fucking bass. I love music. Music. And right, music is the melody. And think magicians, musicians, musicians, magicians, right? The sound creates, right? Vibration creates form. So what are you creating? And a thought goes bzzz, like a fly or a bee. So what are you buzzing around, right? Maybe unconsciously. But if you're consciously doing something with your thoughts and your feelings and that intent, and you're carrying it around, well, you know, you may just end up stuck in cement if you're flinging that shit out everywhere, acting as if, act, the job act, the great American job act, keywords, rabbit, rabbit. Sorry, you know, no, I'm not. Not sorry. Reese's. 33 minutes in. So, and really, truly, we're one world. So, right, 33, as I said that. Friendship, right? Again, all the bullshit comes from fear. And when people do things, myself included, we do stuff, right? Like, oh, damn, I shouldn't have done that. Well, now we have guilt and blame. So, if we carry these things around, now we have shame. So now we're walking around in a lower vibration, right? And that's what we call hell. But that's hell with two L's, hell, L, not Hel, which is a goddess's name. Same with wisdom, right? All these things are names for vibration, for the vibration that you can take part in. And there's a mother and a father of such, right? And those, they're also, right, withheld within a being, but then that energy floats around, right? It gets birthed within others. So that's how we're all, right, having sacred energy exchange, sex, and marrying, right? Binary star system. All our thoughts, all our feelings coming up through and out, right? Bean sprouts, right? Have no doubt. Where did I see? Yeah, pride. That can be that evil eye lurking from inside. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. And that's what I was just saying. So it's like even the things that I call out and may say, like, oh, as I'm going through, because spirit's guiding me what to talk about, where to go, what to bring down, what to spit out, right? So as I blah, 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 sometimes it's like, oh, and then I feel like I inside, right? My personal, then it's like, why did I? So then I could feel bad because I'm like, other people are not going to like that. Other people are going to feel bad. Like, why did I just have to do and say that? So I always put myself in the position of others because I'm a high impact, what is it, a Hyoka empath, whatever names, whatever. Just I've like as I've stumbled upon, I've come to terms into different terms of words of things that describe right how I operate. And when I recognize them, it's like, oh, that's what I do, right? Naturally. So when we connect with the things that are part of us that we're naturally being gravitated and guided to, right? Because of our thoughts and feelings and like attracts like, law of attraction. So we're being magnetically drawn, electromagnetically drawn to, right? Have coincidences, experiences coinciding, right? Happening at the same time, divine time, co means more than one, right? In the flow, 133, as I said that, now you know. In the flow, in tune with one another, co, in, right? Side by side, siding. People say that term all the time, like, oh, it must have been a coincidence. Oh, must have been a, oh, must have, oh, must have, oh, 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 what? Ow. Did you just get a shot or something? Did you take a shot? Did you get one? I mean, again, lots of this going around. I still haven't heard a lot of logical explanations or information that's been presented to me on a level of clarity that has any substance to hold up any of the bullshit narrative stories I've been listening to for the last 2 years and more. Yeah, it's like I my ears and my eyes and my physical living waters and vibration, my living waters and my peace of mind say no. And I don't believe we've ever agreed. So I don't appreciate others coming in to my dream state, sliding in for a landing, exploring outer space. It's like great walking around, feeling in the dark, going and touching things you shouldn't be, and then saying, not me, not me, not me. But then you want to have a job and run around collecting taxes and money. And also, lottery is supposed to pay for bridges and tolls and all that bullshit, the roads. Lottery is supposed to be paying for it. Look it up. That's what that's for. And we have enough people addicted to gambling that I'm not sure why there's one pothole anywhere. And I'm in the tri-state area and New York City, Connecticut, there's potholes and things that need to be tended to on the ground and all around that I see with my own eyes all over the place. So I'm not sure while we're all talking about, again, right, the pretend like, right, I don't know, is someone going to come floating out of a cloud in the sky? If they are, please take pictures. Yeah. Is it gonna be Santa on his sleigh with reindeer? Is he coming like right? Or maybe he has maracas now. I think he might have been like in the islands for a while because he's sick of the human race too. He's like, bad, naughty, naughty, naughty. Oh, he's on the beach drinking fucking Mai Tais. And also, he does exist. All I heard last night was Joe Biden's Christmas list. And funny that those are like really basically the first words I've heard out of that man's mouth. Today's his 100th day in presidency. Yesterday was 99. Ain't that divine? Keeping those 3 6s and 9s going, right? 40 minutes and 44 seconds in. Golden bows. Hey. Anyhow, I'm playing. Don't let your pride, get you too high up there. Have some empathy. Do you know what that is? It's not the same as a feeling. I got a feeling. Ooh. Right? Knowing, inner knowing doesn't mean this is a fact. That's what it is. No, it means like there's truth that resonates and like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Right? Like when you're learning a lesson and it's like, wait, that's not right. And then when it's right, it's like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Right? You know, that doesn't mean you know everything's like, oh, yeah, prove it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's a feeling that you receive and achieve. That's not the same as Eve. A feeling that's unknown, unclaimed, and traveling through the vessel with electricity, which is right today, Thor, Father Lightning, with an electrical charge, right? So that's like the not extraterrestrial. Well, yeah, extraterrestrial, the alien, the unknown soldier marching through your right, coming through. So that's what these things in metaphysical terms represent. Okay, it's like, do they also mean the other things? Yeah, and positive and negative degrees and many different colors and vibrations of such natures, right? Volumes. Some can be quiet and silent. And we may spit some out really loud, right? Or we may have fun, like, right? Think of all the different feelings that you go through and experience, and where do they linger and travel and hang out within you? Does your body look like this at all? Are you glutton? Are you one of America's best consumers or wherever? Because we're one nation under God, including the invisible. It's supposed to be with liberty and justice for all. And I see so much injustice everywhere. Again, when things are set up and there's so many scammers and scanners and spies just so nosy in everyone else's business, right? Stay out my business. My business. Because it's mine on mine. What is corporation? What corporation do you represent? Don't you want to wake up into your Christ awareness, achieve a seat of Osiris at the throne of your pineal in between the hemispheres? Christ consciousness, Solar plexus is clear because we're not allowing lust and gluttonous to run us, right? Like the behemoth, right? We use a lot of great Western medicine over here. Are we in the West? I guess. So again, like see East, West, Northeast, Southwest. Forget it. Um, and because I really don't label and judge or hide, it's like anything that's right in vibration with you to create harmony and right. Let me be an instrument of thy peace to create an instrument that is in tune. The St. Francis prayer, right? It is better to. I should look it up actually. Um, it's better to understand than be understood. Peace. Let me be an instrument of thy peace. And back in the 60s, right, they had the big movement. The peace sign was flipped upside down. So when the peace sign is facing this way, right? It's like the pitchfork. You're bringing energy down and like the cross, sign of the cross. That why is it longer to bring it down, bringing it down to the ground, bringing it down, which we had to do for a long time, right? 1/3, and then 2/3. That's why Gilgamesh was 2/3 God, or like they say, again, all different terms. There's 5%, and if you're not familiar, again, I jump around a lot because there's so much information. So depending on where you've gotten it from, our beautiful one nation under God, if you have a prejudiceness or a judgment against another person, place, or thing, religion, creed, etc., that might be a good place to start doing some digging and researching. And I'm not saying that in a sarcastic manner. I'm very, very serious. Because a lot of the things that we have a negative vibration inside or feeling toward, right, that produces then negative stinking thinking. And then we're walking around like the Tin Man, right? Farting out of our head and our probably ass, I would assume, right? Because then that means the gut's not really clear because the head's not clear. So then the vessel's full of, right? This is part of the reason why we have, what's it called? Fossil fuel, fossil, whatever, pollution, etc. And then the cars mimic what people are doing. So same thing. Same. You just have to break it down. That's what we're breaking down. The word that we, as we the people, individually as a person, we all have that fucking responsibility. Sorry, 144. Literally, everyone has this responsibility. So it's like it pisses me off. I don't want to hear it anymore. None of us want to hear it anymore. Those of us that you know who you are, we don't want to hear it anymore. Having to listen to all these other beings running around barking with bullshit that they have no goddamn evidence except for the paper that they're running around with. Remember how valuable toilet paper was when this virus started? So can you spare a square? Right? Depends on what everybody puts as value, and whatever they throw on the screen, the moonbeam, Saturn, Uranian, Neptunian moonbeams, you Saturnians, right? The Earth, Saturn, under the sun. What is going on? It's like Willy Wonka. You're all fighting for the golden ticket. And then don't forget about Slugworth. And then also don't forget at the end, those two were working together. It's like that show. You ever see the show? It's like the undercover millionaire or the undercover billionaire. And so he looks like he's like homeless and like having to start a whole business or whatever. Or he or shows up as like one of the low parties of the workers in his own company. And then people that he sees, right? He sometimes sees like some beings really care about the, because that's the thing. We all love to work, don't we? I love working, but I don't want to be told I have to be there or I'm not going to be able to whatever, and I can't take care of my children. And right now I'm not with my children because everyone else, right, had a better idea or seemed to, right, paper over people. So I've just been totally, what's this? Yeah, there you go. Made to be like dead. Might as well be, right? I pretend I'm not there. And then I have other, my family, which I'm so grateful for. However, the appearance of something, and then when you're, again, judgment can be a very heavy, heavy sin, right? And separating mothers and children and not allowing connection and right thinking they know better. Again, this goes to, I don't know, this is right, a lot of karmics, a lot of this bullshit is about to be, yeah, turned into fertilizer. We're about to have lovely gardens growing because we're clearing. Again, this is everyone's responsibility to take a look at themselves and see where they have expectations, where they've been trying to avoid and block others from being with their loved ones because they're holding a fear of A, B, C, A through Z, right? How many letters in the alphabet? 28 now? In the English one, anyhow. So, we really want to put death to things that no longer serve us. So it does not serve us if we're willing to take a look at ourselves and others aren't. Art. Others are taking away creative arts and spiritual natures of beings and creating chaos and fear and a bunch of bullshit because they're in fear, because they're unwilling to look into their own boo-boos. Instead, they just look in the mirror and make sure that they look good for the day. That's why everybody's wearing like masks on their face, right? Because we're dancing in the devil's ball, after all. The devil's masquerade. Got my little, it's like a Roman mask from those old movies, or like Spartacus. Anybody see that movie? Please watch. Man in the Iron Mask. Any devil's ball. Devil's balls. So most are hiding behind some kind of mask, right? Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm great. How you doing? Oh, everything's fine. Did you hear about blah, blah, blah? And as soon as we talk about, it's like, hey, how are you doing? What about like, anything that goes on with them? They're in everybody else's business so much that they are so uncomfortable taking a look at themselves internally because they're so busy running all over the place and pointing fingers, blaming everyone else on the outside. And then listening to other vibrations from the outside, swallowing that shit, believing it, and then running around, right? It's like you just swallowed the virus, dumbass. You just got hijacked. Like, hello. And the word hello, just for your info, don't say that. Hello. That ain't jello. It is jello. It gets you stuck in the jello. Hello. Or good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Now, I think also, to be fair, I believe I've looked that up before, and the word morning also means, like in another language, something else. So that's also, pay attention to those things as well, because like something that we say in English, right? Like in German, the word die, which you spell die, means the, right? So are we telling everybody to die? Or are they just saying the word the? I can't take it anymore. Really? Wait, let me put my mask on before I speak again. I have to pretend. Everything's fine. I just need to go back to normal. And I just want like more time. What is time? Shall we play? Shall we look up that word? Word of the day. Word of the day. Bird, bird. Bird is the word. Bird, bird. Bird is the word. Bird, 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 bird. Bird is the word. Watch out for them ravens. Look for the crow. And now you know. And I sound like I'm being like judgmental. I'm totally not. I'm really playing. I'm very neutral. So I allow things, like I said, come up and through. That's what I do. If you get offended, that's on you. Do some processing. And I very much hope some higher. I don't like the word hope. It's like the wishing well that Joseph got thrown down, supposedly. I don't know if he did or he just said that. It's, you know, I know that the imagination is not respected, and that's what Joseph represents, but it also represents like the false, wishful thinking, right? They're not quite processed, so everything is up in the air, right? Like Elohim, God, Santa floating in a cloud, all those things floating in clouds. iCloud. uh, uh, Big brother, eye in the sky. Of attitude of gratitude, because judgment's coming. Judgment's here. Trials and tribulations, they've been going on. People talking about that like it's about to start. It's about like what time, whose time are you running on? Please remember to breathe. Keep hands and feet within the cart at all times. Allah, voila. I'm a genie in a bottle. You gotta rub me the right way. And then perverts, right, want to touch everything. Go rubbing bottles, rubbing, rubber ducky, rubber dubbing, rubbing one out. Lots of sex magics going on. And, you know, rituals. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Absolutely. And that's the most important, because once we judge somebody else, we're just thinking they're the same as us. We're not all having the same experience. Like, as I'm saying all these things to you right now, right? I'm having experience. I'm just leaving myself as an open vessel pretty much and letting things come out and flow through me. But I'm able to do that because I have awareness of, and not full, right? I'm just saying, but I'm aware as to, like, I'm going to say one thing. I'm very grateful because growing up, it's like I've always like had all these thoughts and been some, and it's like, and not quite had all the information of as to why, you know, so I've gotten pushed around going to see psychiatrists and psychologists and telling me I had a chemical imbalance. That was the most they could come up with. I never got diagnosed with any other necessarily, right, acronym or whatever they want to call anything, right, whatever, right, label something as. And everybody got a chemical imbalance. The only constant in life is change, and the chemistry in your body is always changing. So unless you have awareness how to balance it as a, right, as we're gaining knowledge, information, and balance as we integrate our DNA upgrades and downloads. Okay, this is incorporating the twin flame body, which is like Jesus and Mary Magdalene, the divine, the double heart chakra, which is like a lotus flower, and it's blue and green, just like the colors of the earth. And those are the mothers and the fathers of the humans, right? That have been birthed, which is truly, honestly, your death certificate upon this earth. Because we all you come from the stars and from God. You've just been adopted into the slave trade of human and mankind. Mankind and human, right? The living. Many of you have memory of being here and having past lives here, right? Many of us don't. We weren't here for like Egypt, Upper and Lower Egypt, and the other certain things that have right gone on or that you've experienced. There's different timelines going on here. Many, yeah. So again, to assume everyone's the same or everyone's come from the same place or the same time or the same whatever, no, we all have a different origin of birth. That is how you have your natal chart. That is your blueprint of the gods that brought you specifically, your per son, right? You're a son of God. Well, squirrel jumping around out there. An individual son. Your natal chart connects to your navel, right? Your belly button. And that shoots to your specific soul star. So do some digging and get to know who the fuck you are. Please. Cheapers. You guys are, it's like really, there's so much beauty and so many things to discover. This is like the biggest treasure hunt of life. Easter egg hunt, right? Ishtar. Isis stands for balance. IS in one hand, IS in the other. Is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm the balancing scale in the middle. You have to, right? You have to be able to, right? Don't tip the waiter. So my thoughts and my feelings are going to put me in different positions. I'm going to be in different, right? States of mind, church and state. If my body is my temple, where's the church? The church could represent the world, the thoughts and the feeling, right? I want to build a good church so that within my temple, right? I don't want to build a wall or a castle around me so that I'm stuck in there and feeling all scared and paranoid and I gotta be worried about everything. Do you know bacteria and virus, the viro, Venus, Cancer? That's the mother and the daughter, right? Hell, Hel, the goddess. The divine feminine has been buried and right forgotten, which is okay too, because we went from matriarchal to then right phallic and patriarchal, and now we're coming into balance. So when you think of it, go thoroughly through the thought. It's not like no, right? We've all been part of this together. I think it's pretty. So we want to do our best, right? And some are asleep at different times than others, right? Hibernating or in a stasis or born after. We're not conceived until after. Like right now, we have this said virus. When there's, again, the solar flares, comets, meteor showers, creating all this extra radiation and energy in our atmosphere, we're, again, getting our DNA is being upgraded. So it's a lot on our system. And that's what represents the virus. Okay. Because it affects us different. Each asteroid is a different feminine feeling. So, right. And each emotion in the body is attached to a specific organ. So, depending on the feelings that we're harboring in our waters, right? Docking, we're allowing the ship to be docked there and hang out, right? Or that we constantly travel back and forth from, right? Our repeat patterns, right? Or that we go round and round around the clock, right? Around the sun. right? The spike. Again, the virus has spikes, right? A virus is always dormant in your body. That's what I'm trying to say here. Along with bacteria always crawling all over you and all this other stuff. Go ahead and get a microscope and look at that shit. And you'll see some of the things that you don't normally see with your human eyeballs that may gross you out a little. And then you may have some awareness what we call other things, right? What else a lot of our stories and narratives and etc. are to do what? I mean, they're all magic. They're all words that are spelled, right? What spells? Are you, right? Speak and spell. What spells are you allowing again? To what letters, what words are you swallowing as your meal, your mana? It's like, oh, I'm thinking da da da. So that's where again our brain is like an upside down tree. So we have like we have a say a mouth in the back of our neck, right? That connects our head to our central sun, our central nervous system, the stem, cyst, tis not a tumor. And the loose bone is back here. 202. Loose, light, wet, harmony. I feel the music. So, and that's part of enlightenment too, right? So the thoughts in our gut, solar plexus, 3 sons, my 3 sons, my 4 fathers, and my 3 sons. Because don't forget, there's a black one. Black hole sun. Because we got a binary system. 2 are yellow. But isn't there like a red giant and a black one too? Oh. I'm just speculating. I'm just speculating. Spectre and Spectre Gadget. Do, 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 hoo, hoo. Go, Gadget, go. All right, let me say, what the fuck was I just gonna look up? Sorry to point. I'm sorry. Do it a lot. Anti-Semitism. Interesting. Yeah. This popped up on I have a picture of this. I was going through my old pictures earlier today and yesterday and a bunch of days now. And I'm really trying to I'm going to get some really eventually. I mean, we all are. You guys are helping me do it, just so you know. If you're here, we're all working together. There's no separation between any of us, right? It's like, yeah, no. We all in this together, motherfuckers, whether we like it or not. That's why some motherfuckers trying to get out the dome. Like, it's like, wait, you can't, like, it's like the movie Alien. You're trying to escape out the fucking uterus of Gaia, calling it something it's not, saying that there's all that, like, we went to the moon and Mars and whatever. It's like, why were those people so freaked out after all those interviews? And that one of the, bless his soul, one of them passed away yesterday as well. One of them, I have it somewhere. Where the fuck is my phone? Oh, come on. We were listening to music and then I had to mute. Should I cover it up here? What'd I do with it? Oh, isn't that funny? EP phone home. I lost mine. And now I'm not recording on it. I'm recording on my extra phone. Oh, here it is. He fell down. Excuse me. So, yeah. Don't talk shit about my smoking. I know. In my other video, I did read how, yeah, tobacco is so sacred. So is smoking. When we're smoking, we're the Mother Earth and Universal Father receive all of our messages. And I'm not saying go smoke, but as a shaman, okay, or a being that is a master alchemist and a transmuter of energies, etc., please stop judging and please stop taxing things so high. Again, we're only in war. I mean, pay taxes if we're in war. So World War II, as far as I'm concerned, when did it stop? When has it ended? I'm really know that song. They made us. Oh wait, let's listen to that. I'm not trying to make money off my shit anyhow. YouTube, Yakub's YouTube. I'm just trying to share freely knowledge, information, love from inside and from above and from below, coming up through my toes. 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 11 seconds, 13, 14, 15. One. Two. Three. Trinity. Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity. Father, Son, Holy Ghost, Divine Feminine. Women give birth, right? Physically, a female anatomy of a vessel, right? We all birth all the time. We're all birthing all the time. Thoughts, feeling. We're constantly creating bubbles. Okay, we're constantly always birthing. But right, a female gives birth to a baby, carries in her womb, right? And what happens? The cells do what? They don't go 1, 2, and then connect, 3, and then connect. No. Not like an atom, a molecule. No, those multiply, right? The atoms, the molecules multiply, right? That's the divine feminine, right? Different than 1. How did we get to 1? Divine feminine had to multiply all those little bubbles in order to create one whole solid, an atom, right? That's why we have Lilith, the asexual, right? Was here before, right? With Adam. Adam's created in the triple darkness, where there's no thing. And then we realize we're somewhere in the middle of no thing. We don't have eyes yet. We're still in the dark. Haven't had a thought yet. We're just having recognition, awakening, realization. Origin of life. Thought, atom, light. Let there be light. Oh, something had to light in the dark in order to then create, right, movement, whichever direction that may be, dependent on one's first, right, conception in the sea of no thing. So where were you born? Where was your consciousness born? Not when's your birthday? Who are your parents? right? That's great and absolute, right? Whatever, however, and some may not know, we've been have adoptions in our family, so we don't have all of our right, natural, different than raw. Natural is different than raw. Raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Raw and natural. Raw and natural. It's like Gaia and Uranus. Raw and natural represent Uranus, right? Gaia and Uranus gave birth to the earth. So did they physically fuck as humans to create the earth that we live on? No. How does that even make any fucking lot? Like, what the fuck? This is where it's like, see, people get very twisted right there, all like, it's like, no, 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 no. These are conceptions of different thoughts and feelings that travel together through space and time. Conscious bubbles in the dark. We're not looking at one another like, hey, you want to go like to go eat at the burger spot or you want to go get a salad? Right? No, no, no. We're traveling and weaving and creating through space and time in our minds. Where's your mind? Right? You out of your mind. Absolutely. I'd much rather be out of my mind and connected to my body and my earth than stuck in my fucking head. Because then you're dead. Oh my God, what am I going to do? Oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? Oh, robot time. Gotta go here, gotta go there. Otherwise, this one's going to make me mad. I made a devil contract with somebody for tomorrow at 2. So now I can't do anything with you because tomorrow at 2, I have to be there with them. Oh, so I'm again joking and I just went really fast there. It's 2:12. 1 hour and 17 seconds and 17 minutes. Whatever. Minutes, seconds, hours, 12, 12, 12 hours of day, 12 hours of night, 12 hours of dark, 12 hours of light, and not really. However, as far as like shadow and light go, the shadow realm and right, our shadow self, and right, it's like, right, daytime, nighttime. And which one came first? The chicken or the egg? Nighttime or daytime? 12 a.m., midnight, pitch black, right? And of course, now we have stars that we see, right, at midnight that are there before midnight because they've already been birthed, right? Floating space, floating bodies of water. With their own specific alchemical periodic table chart within them, blueprint. So if somebody else is trying to go in somebody else's egg outside the earth, that's not the same as going into someone's physical body and taking eggs or a baby and aborting into something that doesn't belong to you, a premature seed, messing with something that doesn't belong to you, you're invading. You're touching another mother's egg. No, that's okay. But then you guys have all these rules and regulations down here on the ground to try to what? I'm not sure. Is it to hide your conspiracy? And then you call us conspiracy theorists? Just want to make sure we're all on the same wavelength here, that we're all coinciding, we're aligning, we're all in tune. People that are running around like, well, it's like, what are you trying to hide? Shall I get my mask again? I got lots of them. I don't know, man. I don't know. And it's like, too, it's like truly, people I've known for so long. I mean, and again, I have grace and like very much patience, but it's just I'm just like a lot of it makes me just like I'm like I'm surprised at the fear and the ignorance that I see and that's popping up in all my loved ones and so many bodies, right, of water. The electrical storms and static and chaos that it's producing, which again, that's the virus. So when others are you part of the virus or are you part of clearing that shit the fuck out? And we're gonna take a look and be big girls and boys and right, raise. We've already been raising Hell and Cain. Now we want and right and Eve and Adam. Now we want to rise our divinity. Okay, so we're doing this together. But it's real important that, right, all in. You want to fucking gamble, motherfuckers? Ante up. All in. Not, I got 1 foot here and 1 foot there, and until they tell me what to do, I'm going to stand here scared. Well, what are you doing? You're a traffic jam. Bacon jam. I'm going to write a song. I was playing with that last night. Don't be biting my words now. Bacon jam. No, I don't like green eggs and ham. Yellow and blue make green. And I don't know, there's a rule. Don't shit where you eat. I don't want to keep inhaling and breathing and hearing everybody else's like bullshit. But then but we're supposed to just take it. We're supposed to just swallow it like cough syrup, fucking castor oil. Just take it. Just take it. And away around but little boy blue, come blow your horn. The sheep's in the meadow, the cow's in the corn. Where is the boy looking after the sheep? Under a haystack. Fast asleep. Little boy blue, come blow your horn. Little boy blue. The sheep's in the meadow. Who are the sheep? Who's little boy blue? Blue bud, blue bud, blue bud. We got blue blood coursing through our veins. Again, like I was saying before, right? And if it hits the oxycontin, picabella cotton, oxycontin, oxy, perk, set, isn't set, try to set up Osiris, aren't wars for oil, gold, and opium? People's poppies. I love it when they call me Big Papa. What started in China? Money. The emperor having a harem of women to serve him and his gluttony. The emperor. Shall we pull a tarot card? The king. More crowns. Isn't there always a fight for the crown? And poor Queen Elizabeth's husband, I heard, passed. I am sorry to hear that. However, what's a king without a queen? Just another card. What's a queen without a king? Where's my rook? Grief, pride, empathy. Apologize. Hopefully you can see all the my finger be in the way. Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Fuck yeah. That's why it's like we get really scared. Listen, the feelings we're feeling are completely legit. Fear, false evidence appearing real. Those feelings, they're fucking real. We just don't want to entertain and engage in too many of the negative ones. Allow them to come through, acknowledge, and then as wise, intellectual, right? Human beings or whatever, walk-ins, right? I don't give a fuck what you are, or where you're from, or where you were made, created, what your origin is. If you have a heart, if you have empathy, if you, not a human heart, if you have a heart, meaning you have passion in your heart of hearts, your drive is of, which if you're here, you fought to be a living being here and you have those rights. So we want to claim our sovereignty, our sovereign rights. We're putting death to the old programs. Unless you still want to be part of the slave mastery ship. I mean, again, a lot of people get, and they're like, I don't want to know. I don't even know. Okay. And yo, that's your prerogative. That's why we have all these different levels and dimensions to things. Right? It's like some people aren't ready, and that's okay. Right? Some people, it's 222. Some are unsure. That's okay. But you have to go in and be willing to take a look at where you're at now, where you've come, right? Like, is your adult life from where you've been, say, born in a physical, right? You've had a human experience. So you've been going through life. You grew up, you had parents, you went to school, you had friends, you've had fights, you've had, heartbreaks. We've had maybe children. Our children have had heartbreaks, right? We're going to have more heartbreaks, right? That's a reality. Not everything's going to be la-di-da-di. We love to party all the time. We sometimes have to take a look at our shit too, right? The good, the bad, and the ugly. Through sickness and through health. Through poverty and wealth. And your health is your wealth. Why would you put some alien bullshit in you that you have no idea what is in that except for aborted baby that's been reproduced in a fucking lab over and over again for years since like the 50s and a whole bunch of other shit to do what? Instead of what? Maybe get the flu? It's flu-like symptoms that may happen to you if you happened to get the coronavirus. So what do you do when you get sick or you have a cold? You don't know how to nurture and take care of yourself? That's part of rising the divine feminine within you. If you went running to the false father and decided to go take a shot, get a shot, yeah, right? Yay, they're even fucking offering, I saw, right? Free beer with a shot for college kids. Free incentives. Really? There's homeless people and people that need food and people that need to heal. We all need to heal. Everyone should be working on raising their vibration, harmonization, solutions, not all this pollution. I just really, and you guys vote for people and then you think your vote counts and that what that just did mattered. No, you're just passing your responsibility off and expecting somebody else to take care of it without having any kind of, and then you want to have a right to get upset or not when things go Yahweh or they don't, or then you think you have a right to say and blah, 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 because all you do is gossip anyway, right? Naysay. They say, he said, she said, what the fuck? Like, are we ready to please graduate out of that program? It doesn't mean don't play. As you see, I'm very sarcastic and playful. So it just means fucking take a look at yourself. Please take the time to do so. If you're not, then you're a walking hypocrite. And we don't want to hear any of it. If you're not doing the work, if you're not willing to be part of this process, right? It's like, there's the door, same as before. Stop being the elephant in the room and stop barking orders at everybody else that doesn't want to be forced into your fear in the corner where it's like a goddamn fucking, what is it? A porta potty. Who the hell wants to sit in a porta potty with somebody else, with everybody else's shit in there, watching that person shit, being stuck in a tiny little space like that? Because that's really kind of what you're that's what the world, right, is like. Is that what you prefer, instead of breathing that good ass prana, breathing air, knowing that we are the resources and we create free energy by being who we are and vibrating high? Stop looking for fucking magic coming from the sky or some alien spacecraft to come, not come. Do you remember in Independence Day, all those fucking idiots at the top of the building? Yeah. Again, it's like there's no toilet paper. Everybody goes running. Just because they said there's a shortage. What? And who all of a sudden magnetically and magically makes things disappear and then come back and then inflates the value, the so-called value? Again, toilet paper could pee. What a Freudian slip that was, right? How valuable is toilet paper if you ain't got none? What are you willing to pay or go through to go get some? Some of you already had that experience, right? So was that maybe worth more than the jewelry you're walking around in? I mean, I'd rather have toilet paper to wipe my ass than pretend I smell pretty if I don't have any and wear some gold jewelry that doesn't belong to me or whatever. And I'm not saying anything about wearing. I'm wearing some right now, so I'm not saying that again, right? But again, what your priority is, where you put where's your value system? Again, what you holding on each side. This means a lot to me. This means a lot to me. This I can hold in this hand, right? Right side, night side, physical, material. Things that traveling through come up over on this side. Boom. This side is spirit, the left hand. Right hand, right brain, left-handed. This is where spirit you don't see. This is the unseen side. The forgotten. Remember 9/11? We never forget. Never forget. Twin flames, 9/11, 9/11. Two become one. Freedom. And that was an inside job done by our own, right? What is that story in the Bible? Moses and the burning bush. I'm just gonna, I'm biding my time. Got to pick up on my catchphrase. And where the fuck is Bernie? I love that little. I love that man. Vermont. I love Vermont. Yes, I do. Through and through. How many pyramids are in America? How many pyramids are all over this planet? What are they? Think of all the huge structures. The perfect. There's not one thing unaligned. The hieroglyphs in the temples. How was that done? It's like but we're still having war over, damn it, my gasolina. Like how I changed that. Damn it, gasolina. Damn it, my gasoline. Also the American way, say, right? Pride and prejudice, patriarchism. Ark, ark, ark. There's a line in the Bible about patriots and patriarchs. Just because one makes it appear to look like you're doing something good, right? All roads to hell are paved with best intentions. Most. But I'll say all because everybody's born pure. Some are born on the negative side, right? Night side first. Doesn't mean they're not born pure. It just means they started at a different place than you, right? If you're from the light side. So if you're from the light side, the dark might be very scary. If you're from the dark side, it might be very scary to step out into the light. Some are more comfortable around crowds and people and being on stage, right? And other people are much more introverted and feel much more comfortable at home, much more comfortable, maybe, right? Like how I am now talking on a, right? Which this has taken me a long time to get comfortable, and I'm still not talking to, right, myself on a, right, Black Mirror screen. On the Black Mirror. Mira. Right? On our worldwide our World Wide Web, www, 123. Walt Disney, dance with me. I know you. I walked with you once upon a dream. I know you, that look in your eyes is so familiar to me. That's like a twin flame moment for you right there. If you happen to have met your twin and you have ever kissed them, you know it's your twin because you get tunnel vision. All of a sudden, this fucking tube of light comes and tubal cane is like, when it shoots you into a hole, you're like, what the hell was that? And then it's all over. I don't want to even hear it. Excuse me. Grandma and Papa, they're like, excuse me. Some good shit. Who says chicks can hold their smoke? Perseverance, baby. Who? I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Holy Hannah. In a different land. All right, what? I had a dream. Anybody seen the movie Tangled? That's a big one. Remember the mama? Hansel and Gretel? Remember the stepmother comes and she's like, husband, I don't think we have enough food to feed the children that are yours, not mine. Send them with this bread and send them off into the woods. Hansel and Gretel try to be smart and leave breadcrumbs, and then the motherfucking birds eat them. I love birds. I have them chirping in the background all the time in my videos. If you've noticed or not, I'm not sure, but hear them now. They're like, I'm making myself known in case they can't hear. Bird is the word. I'm just gonna right? Dragons, draconians, and birds speak the same language. And don't forget too, Capricornicus was a seagoat, a seahorse. And if you're familiar or not with the seahorse, I don't know if it's only the males that carry the baby, but the male seahorse carries the baby. That's like a penguin, right? They lay an egg and then the male actually stays with the egg. Or like, is the lion is king of the jungle with his pride, right? With his lionesses, with a whole, right? Like Adam and all his Eves, right? And now, right? Are they necessarily all, again, fucking physically? No, there's laws to the jungle too. Big time. There's laws to nature. Or is the lion maybe married to the tiger? But the lioness, right? And the pride and the tribe, they take care of all the babies. They hunt. Right? They allow the king to sit there and be all prideful with his ego and his big mane. And don't forget with birds too, like ducks, not pheasant. Probably pheasants too, but that's not the word I was thinking of. Peacock. Chicken. Chickens don't fly. And there's always a fox trying to get in a hen house too, right? But it's just how nature works, right? So I'm playing because it's important we remember who the fuck we are on all levels. And a lot of those nursery rhymes can go into some nasty, like, right, prejudiced shit. But again, take a look, go ahead if you have to. And then, right, so, because if it's something bothering you, you're carrying it around like a football, it's not a tumor. You need to take a look at it. Give it a niggy. It's like, yo, we're going to take a look at you. Come on. It's all right. Let's sit down, right? Somebody got a boo-boo. Like if we're going to take care of a kid and that just felt like we're playing outside sports and we're all playing and then they fall, or we're teaching them how to ride their bike and they fall. And we're like, we're like, are you okay? Or we're like, we laugh because we want them to get back up, right? Because funny makes you laugh, like, right? Having a sense of humor is healing. So we don't laugh like, you fell, stupid. No. But like, so I laugh a lot when people fall or get hurt. So I don't mean it personally. It's like, I'm like, we all right? Right? First reaction is like, yeah. And then it's like, but there's laughing always occurs. And then I'm like, I look like a fucking narcissist completely. It's like, who laughs when somebody gets hurt? I do. Jesus. Not always. It depends, right? I mean, obviously, right? On the situation. So, right, there's, again, varying degrees, volumes, shades, colors of vibration to all these things that we use words to define, label, and speak of through our, right, instrument, our living waters that have vocal cords that vibrate, right? Everything's vibrating. Everything is vibrating. Everything is vibrating. 1 hour and 44 minutes in as I said that. I thought it was telling me my battery's low. I'm like, I'm plugged in, but could be giving me a hint. Spirit will do that with me too, because I really do allow them to like, and they give me a like, okay, it's okay. Like, go take a break now. Right? So please do that too. Get in tune. I still have a hard time. I'm wobbling all the time and I get lit up like a fucking firecracker. Like a whole 4th of July. 14444 as I said that. right? The sparks come, and it's like, and that's why I call it, it's like a silver surfing. I'm out cosmic surfing, right? It's like, what is it? Tweet, tweet. She rocks in the treetop all day long. So, right, our treetops rocking, and we want to be able to flow with the breeze when the wind blows. We want to sway with the breeze like the trees, so our bow doesn't break. Right? When the bow breaks, the cradle will fall. And down will come baby, cradle and all. Isn't Jesus missing from the cradle, the manger? Moses got shipped downriver, right? In a basket of reeds. Reeds? Are we reading? What do we read? Cattails. Wait, itch on my foot. But it worked because it looks like I am balancing. The balancing system. Ah! Right? How do you balance a checkbook? Checks and balances, baby. How many thoughts and feelings does it take to get to 1 cent? 1 penny. 1 thought and 1 feeling. But how many happen at once, coming out like a fountain? Right? Are you paying? Are you on the debt credit system? Are you paying attention? Soldier? 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 You paying attention? Stand up straight. To your accounts, to your checks and balances, what's coming in and what's going out, right? Because you have to give in order to receive, not give with expectation to get, to take. See, that energy is way different. That comes from the gut, and that's lust, and that's like addictive, craving, codependent, unprocessed, immature, emotional, carnal, Cain behavior. Esau and Yahoo, Esau and Jacob. That's the carnal, animalistic state of our minds. Again, if you look up the metaphysical, because I don't want to get too into, but please look those things up so you have the knowledge instead of just thinking it's just a person with a name. You're trying to figure out the bloodline and the nationalities and who fucked who and why this one's like over here and how that happened and wait, what that one did, what? Yeah. He said, she said, he said, she said, he said, she said. Turkey was the first bird of America before the eagle. And the eagle eats Prometheus's guts out every day because he decided to steal fire. Alcohol could be called fire, right? Fire, water, moonshine, lots of different terms for different kinds of fire. Light, sparks, electricity, energy, ACDC. What are you willing to pay? For the electricity, right? That you're providing to eternity. Know who you are. Know that we produce electricity as an electrical magnetic light being that's traveling through space and time in a physical vessel, which makes me a spaceship, a ship traveling through space and time. A human born of Adam and an Eve body in physical form with an arm, leg, arm, head, right? arm, leg, leg, arm, head, head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, same as above as below. How far below? Head and tummy connect. Brain and stomach, crown chakra and solar plexus. A lot of the time they fit, again, feminine, Eve, feelings come from under and arise up through the vessel, through the body. We could catch a feeling, right, when we're engaging with another or watching something or listening to something, reading something. Do you only read words on paper? Are you able to, right? How many terms can you find for the word read? Right? There's reeds, like I was saying before, right? Isis, I think, is it Isis or Ishtar in the reeds, rods, reeds? There's so many ancient stories. I don't know. I can't remember all this stuff. Memory doesn't serve me like that. So I just keep traveling. I'm a space traveler. I'm a time traveler. I just travel through, passing through, like Mary Poppins. And I'm also, at the same time, right, to express duality, a hermit, introverted. I like to be in my some really confined areas, honestly, sometimes. Like I would like a big, I'm going to say this right now, though. Full moon, Scorpio, still coming. Yo, I want more. I want more. I would love more. I would love to be able to provide with my beautiful divine gifts that I've been given throughout all of my time and history, her story, and my own story. And he said, she said, again, right? The first couple. He said, she said, did you hear? Oh my God. Anybody got a nickel for a phone call? Can't do that anymore anyway. Right. So again, I've said this many times. He said, she said, if you jumble those letters, devil works energy. This is all energy I'm always speaking of, okay? So how I'm playing, if you're, again, if you made it this far, I hope if you got offended earlier, hopefully you're catching on now how I operate a little bit, because it's just, again, right? It's like you can't judge as you're traveling through ocean water or the sewer or shit. It's like, look, there's shit there. It's there. Okay? I'm not going to pretend it's not, because that's passive aggressive, sociopathic, narcissistic bullshit that I'm not going to take a look at something, but then I'm going to think that I have a better point of view than you, but I'm not willing to look. I'm not going to, no, just that's what that, no. No. That's the first thing right now that's getting removed. That's the cancer of this planet right here, right? The dis-ease. People that are not willing. If you're not willing, that means you're ignorant. That's the word that means N, okay? In capital bold spelling. I don't give a fuck what color you are. You ain't no color anyhow. You're the hues of man walking around with an arm, leg, arm, and a head like everybody else. And you better fucking cut your shit with your prejudice. Pride and prejudice. I'm so fucking sick of it. Get to fucking have better understanding of the words before you go sparking fucking shit everywhere, telling everybody who the fuck they are and what happened and why you have a right to feel some type of way when you're not taking a look at more definitions that are available to that word, so you can come to terms with the reason you're holding on to that diseased energy and carrying it around like a virus and thinking you have a right to stab that vine into others. Okay? And that's the immaturity that's running our world, and we wonder why we have a worldwide virus. Rabbit. That means quotes and quotes. right? Why? Because like I was just saying, he said, she said. So devil operates that energy of just throw everything can be right up in the air. There's no prejudice, just like alcohol or anything else. If you as a being have a certain thing, right, that triggers you, or that you have feelings and thoughts about that are ooh, right, and that you haven't acknowledged that, well, you're part of the problem. You're part of the dis-ease in the macro and the bigger whole in the whole, because we are the world, right? We are the children. What happened to that song? We are the ones to make a brighter day, so let's start giving. Remember that song? There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. And that's the way it's supposed to be. Don't get stuck in the ocean. That's dead man's sea. Can't drink salt water. It's just part of our electrical body, and we don't want it to overwhelm, flood our earthly body, do we? Think about that consciously for a hot second in hell. Where do we dwell? On earth as it is in heaven. Where's hell? Do we call it bad because we don't know what it is? You know what heaven is? You know what COVID-19, right? 1 9 9er 9er. 1 through 9 are all the numbers, right? Equal 10. So then we have 10, 1 and 0. Masculine and feminine. 3 6 9 7 8 9, right? 7 8 9. I do that with kids a lot, right? The 7, like alligator. 8 9. And 9 is like a hidden number in certain senses. There are a lot of like, right, numerology and, right, see, occultism. What does that mean? Oh, they're into the occult. Well, what does that mean? Into? What are you saying from, did you buy tickets to, like, right? Did you purchase tickets to watch all of us from the bleachers and, like, right? It's like, I would much rather have a discussion with you and converse with you, right, over a cup of tea or something, or rather than have you pointing at me, telling me who I am, what I am, where I come from, what you think I've done, or any other, right, room. I mean, really, it's like, what the so many, you know, got things to say from an outside point of view and perspective. It's like, if I'm outside window shopping, looking at other people's business and windows, I probably don't really have a true understanding and understanding of what it takes to make that business and operation go and grow and run, right? I don't, just a simple logical question. But most think money buy them happiness and that they're better and that they have material goods and other things that, right? Whatever's written on paper. I don't know. Last I knew, money and anything written on paper is burnable very, very easily. And money doesn't belong to anyone. I mean, it just gets passed around. People try to hoard it. People waste it. People save it. People share it. It comes and goes. Kind of just like the Holy Ghost or Holy Spirit. But most don't let Holy Spirit in because they're right not ready to give up the ghost. But they don't mind digging up the earth that's a living organism and killing things on it in order to, right, fulfill their what desire. Anybody got a telephone? Liar, liar, pants on fires. Hang them on the telephone wires. You got a banana in your tailpipe? Are you just happy to see me? Which way is which? Woo, woo. They do the switch. Just saying. I think I might have an itch. Other goose is on the loose. Ah! A motherfucking chicken ain't no goose. Oh yeah, what's that other saying? When pigs fly. A double-trailed back horse. Double trailer, black horse just drove by. You know, they say, right, if horses were able to draw, that they too would draw their god as what, a man? Oh, absolutely not. As an orange. What is God? That's a very deep question. How are you alive if God does not survive? What is source, creator? You don't have to be religious because I am not. That's man-made, which I love things that are man-made. I have great respect for all things that have been, right, experienced, written, not written yet, not written, no need to be written, right? And really that's what this is about, is life. Do you have respect for life? What creates life? Many are very busy and have no care or concern or appreciation or gratitude for the one that they're living presently in this right now moment. What time is it here? 2:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As far as the Gregorian Julian calendar time, etc., are concerned, and what have you. That's the calendar. That as far as thus far as 8/8. That's funny. 4/29. April 29th, 2021. Bottom bump. Are we done? Now it's 3. Sing with me. It stay the fuck out my fucking tree. Just playing a song. Donkey Kong. Dawn. Key. Yeah, put the down to the key and turn them in a donkey. That's biblical. Or like natural born killers. Next time, don't be so fucking eager. Because that's what I think when I think, right? Like horse come rushing in, cowboys and Indians, bang, 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 cops and robbers. There's a game some like to play. But those of us that don't respect that shit and go to fuck away. Right? Imposing upon others free will is one of the hugest sins there ever was. Well, it is the hugest. Right? It and is. Man, that is way different than the balancing scales of ice, S, which is, and you in the center, and is, is what it is. Right? After I've cleared my energy field, I can come to a balanced manner and form. Right? So I'm not throwing shit out, right? To create, right? Well, to make with creation things that are, right, abnorm. It's cool to make, right? I love abstract and abnormal. Yo, it's like I love everything, everyone, every like there's not a space between, right? Because love is everything. Like I was saying, love is literally everything. You can get mad. Those are feelings, energy passing, traveling through. This too shall pass. Right? What make our nights and days up, sauce of frogs. Yeah. The opposite of love is not hate, and I hate that word. It's fear. Fuck everything and run. Nope, nope. We need this. We have to have this. Right? We're understanding. We're coming from the fucking dead man's sea, waving our hand up, saying, "Listen to me." But you're talking underwater, and there's a mask over your face, so I can't really hear you well, or see your lips to understand, like, and feel your vibration. So it's like, what? Kind of like how we're all feeling right now. What? Hey, Sonny, can't hear you. Heard it. Speak up louder. Sorry. Hear no evil. See no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. And what's evil? Do unto others how you would like to be treated. So if I'm just lashing out all over the place, right? There's something called lasher. Lashing, gnashing teeth, lashing out directly at another person, place, or thing, right? Again, when I'm saying things, I'm joking, and anything that gets brought up is being brought up, Buttercup, from, right, we could say raising the dead, rabbit ears. Because anything, like I said in the title, we're taking things up at this is apocalypse. Revelations means revealing of truth. So it may be scary to take a look at things that are buried, hidden, we're unaware of, right? That we may have had an experience with that scares us in our past. So it brings up thoughts, feelings, trauma, traumatic trauma, right? And we all have PTSD. We're a nation of post-traumatic stress. So we can start right there as far as universal income goes, because all have the human papilloma, a human people virus, Osiris, because it goes round and round. If you haven't arisen your Christ consciousness and balanced on your checks and balancing, so you're underwater flailing your arm around, right? Which then you're just like either causing attention, so like right then the coast of cards gonna come after you, or some unknown God-given ship from where? From our own waters that then right are underground, and then playing with different scientific equivalents to try and right and then go flying up in the sky, and then people are like, oh my goodness, what is that? Right, unidentified 306. Wiki 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 wiki, break that record. We don't use vinyls no more, although they're my favorite. And the 8-track, because that shit was like and when you had to eject it, it was like you had to really work for it. I was like I don't know if anybody remembers those. I know some of my peeps do, you know. And then there's all different. So because I operate and work with, again, ain't got no prejudice. So young, old, we'll say handicap. We're all handicapped in one manner or another. But we all as a people, right? What's politically correct. Yeah. Hang on, let me light my cigar. Hey dear boy, can I have a cigar? You're gonna go far. Anyway, Pink Floyd. I changed the words a little. Right. Gotta make change. Kill Bill. Oh, flick it. Flick it good. Flick it good. Flick it real good. Do, 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 do. That's salt and pepper. That's not, it's pump it up. While your feet are jumping and the, how does it go? And the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more. Get the party going on the dance floor. You see, because that's where the party's at. And you'll find out if you do that. I got the power. I think I just mixed two songs together from the 80s, but we like smashing things together nowadays, don't we? Smash Brothers. Don't be concerned. Boys will never learn. Dukes of Hazzard. Hey, partner. Bing, bing. Yeah. Yeah. I went shooting. I don't know. What's your name? Huh? Huh? I'm just saying. Always. And very serious as well. See these lines? Yeah. I think I'm starting to get delirious, so. And it's been 2 hours, 13 minutes, and 20 seconds, and counting 22, 23, 24. I do absolutely. First of all, thank you. It's been a wow one. So thank you for traveling in this space and time with me in this now and present moment on this crazy ride. And be thankful for it, because what a fucking memory we're gonna have making it through all this crazy shit. Yeah. Yo, we did sign up for this, right? Go again, try to go into triple darkness, right? Connect with your mind, body, and soul, your spirit, your right, your heart chakra, and your third eye blind. This is how we make a bow, right? Like a rainbow. This magnet attached to true north. Take a nice breath. Let go to rest. In nice and deep through your nose. Make sure you can feel energy coming up and clearing up past here, and at the same time, right, traveling down past the navel, past into the belly of the beast. 666, the number of the beast. Okay, sorry to interrupt the breathing. 311, 666, 6 carbons, what is it? 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. Right, it's what makes up the carbon atom. Excuse me. Right, so the 666 again. Secret of 9 is 1 and 8. 1 and 8 also equals 9. 9 is divine. There's more. Keep breathing. Out through your mouth. Ground your feet. If you can, stand with your feet together. Think of your feet grounding into the earth. Feel your body. Feel the air traveling through it. Imagine, see yourself as that beautiful tree. You just sprouted a whole tree and a rainbow. Oh, your energetic fields, seen and unseen, to be cleared. Continue breathing in and out at your own pace. This will be your saving grace if you practice it well throughout your days and nights and moments through hell. We just had full moon in Scorpio, so the cosmic clock just aligned in a manner where these things are going to get brought up. Anything that has been hidden. It's 313, as I said. So as we're bringing things up, right? It's like Tai Chi, right? And just energy. Become one with energy and the flow. Breathe in through your nose. Allow what needs to occur and come up to come up. Different thoughts and feelings are going to come up. When it gets a little too intense, bring it back down, breathe. You're birthing your new earth within yourself, giving birth. So as we're killing old thoughts, routines, and productions that no longer serve us with no judgment and just allowing it to dissolve, we allow the process to occur. And we breathe through it. And you can like hum. Sorry, just you can hum when you breathe out, like because we're a walking, living body of water. So vibrating. Right? Everything's vibration. Right? So to argue over one being right, one being wrong, right? One being short, one being long, one being curly, one being straight. Clear, free, neutral energy in its place. The more we keep clearing and breathing through our labor pains, right? Our difficulties that we're all experiencing and knowing that we are all going through this together. We, the people of all creeds, from all places, from all spaces and time. I have goosebumps as I'm saying that. Yeah. Knowing that we're all made, created, invented here because we're all divine and we all deserve to have time and space for processing and clearing, and better be doing so. Divine Mother says so. And ancestors and the grandmamas and all the other elementals that help to raise nature that we as humans can tend to stomp all over and forget about. Right? So let's be grateful for water, for air, for how we're made physically, and for all the things we may know or not know or have wonder about that are up in the air, right? So peace, so grateful. If you would like a personal session with me, we can do a video chat or something like that, a phone call. I can connect with you, right? Just through, right? So we can, like, as we're doing this right now, that's what we're doing, right? How does internet work? Bluetooth, through unseen energies. How do you change a channel on your television with a remote, right? Invisible, unseen energies, right? How are things traveling through, right, space and time that are extracted from our minds, right? Gold mining, right? So, but we're, right? So again, just having awareness of our process as a divine being, as a human being, as a twin flame, as a, and go slow as I'm saying these things, because they may mean nothing to you. They may bring a spark up inside of you that makes you go, or recognition, like, wait a minute, I don't know what it is, but it's familiar, right? So allowing something to blossom. We can't rush a baby being born. Wow, that got faster as I'm saying that. Rushing. Don't be rushing things. Made in China. Made, different than created. Invented, different than made. Many things, right? Welcome to Wonderland. Perseverance. And you have arrived. That's from the cartoon, remember Tarzan? Don't ever think that everything that you've already done is now not worth or isn't okay, because that's a big thing right now too. I just want to say. Now you're starting to walk into your divine purpose. Oh, too loud there, water. Got a little excited over there. Mother Nature's like, letting it flow, letting it flow. Or maybe that means the water broke. I don't know. We are in the underworld right now. We just had that big, huge Scorpio full moon, and we got the Taurus sun. And then the new moon is in Taurus, and it's going to be another full super moon in May. Those are the only two super moons. This one we just had, and oh, my knee, and 27, and May. April showers bring May flowers. Make sure you're growing a nice, beautiful garden that's fruitful for the divine to see. Because the divine sees, right? Even if we don't see, the divine sees, The divine sees different than another different bodies of water. Yeah. Like we were saying, I just was saying. So now we're right coming into our divine purpose, and the divine sees. Right. So mankind, human, we're amazing. But sometimes we can get a little too excited, right? Or then we can do something with all of our amazing ideas, and then maybe we hurt something, someone or somebody, or we fucked up. We think we fucked up. So now we feel guilt and shame, and now we're stuck in this place of remorse and regret and guilt and shame, right? Adversity. Ugh. And it's okay. We all make mistakes. We all fall on our face, but we can't save our ass and our face at the same time. Right? One's in the front and one's behind. And Jack and Jill went tumbling down the hill, remember? To fetch a pail of water. To fetch. Keyword there. Just because someone throws out a fishing line, casts out a line, a narrative, doesn't mean we need to bingo. Bingo! There was a farmer, had a dog, and Bingo was his name-o. B-I-N-G-O. N-G-O, and Bingo was his name-o. And then we used to take one letter away at a time. I-N-G-O, and then N-G-O, G-O, G-O, G-O. That's enough. G-O means go. Red light, yellow light, green light, go. What is inside of G-O? Look what it looks like on the outside. Look like slate, like a flagstone, right? A rock. But then you start to see inside the earth, amethyst crystal cave, a gold mine inside of me, right? Of all different crystals, as above, so below, so within, so without. You are this inside, even if you have a hard shell built around you. Big, hard, tough, we're callous, right? And our warriors and our soldiers and our men and women that have fighted for, say, our country and our freedom, where we are right now. Please be grateful. Oh my God, I really talk a lot of sarcasm. So, like, please know my fucking hats are off to you. Everything. Annie in, Annie up, all in. Yeah. Anyone that's for it, right? Peace, love, and the American way, meaning peace and love and harmony. That's the riches I speak of. Your health is your wealth. And really, fuck adversity. You have to be able to look adversely at something without judgment. And it doesn't mean I'm not going to have certain, it's like I have to acknowledge I may have certain feelings and thoughts as I am going through something. I can't predict what those are going to be because I haven't experienced them yet. I have to experience them. That's as I am right now on camera this whole time, raw and real. So I can't be any other way. That's me. Right? I have respect that I try, right? So I try, and when I'm aware someone else presents something to me, I'm completely open always for constructive criticism, because then I'm able to grow. I can take a look at things I need to take a look at, especially if I'm causing discord or disharmony in another arena or vibration or some other being's, right, life and harmonic ability. If I'm constantly like playing my loud music, and it's like every time I try to get my daughter to sleep, she fucking blasts her fucking music. It's like, then please let me know. Like, there's a difference between when somebody's like, can you not play your music so loud? Or when somebody's like, I put my baby to bed for a nap at like 3 every day, or right morning. Sometimes I wake up kind of weird times in the morning and I have, music playing at like 7 or 8 in the morning, quite loud. Oh, my nose is itching. It means it's time for me to get ready to, or someone's talking about me. um, so yeah, crystalline energy. Again, we're going from carbon to crystalline bodies. That doesn't disappear. We don't harm each other. There's a lot of fear, but the fear is unnecessary if we take the time and the space, allow the time and the space for due processing. These are legal terms in the courts of man that they use. I don't know that they abide by them. Playing with the word. Abide. Biden my time. La cucaracha, la cucaracha. Da, 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 da. Raid. I'm just kidding. Huh? Ashes. Ashes, we all fall down. I really did have ashes. Like as things that literally always I right play with the energy. That's a good way of transmuting the frequency, which could be jagged and staticky. And right, just it's same. Put it this way: it's like right if you're listening to your radio and it's like a good song, or you're traveling and you're going from one place to another, and your station starts to go out, and it's like, oh, I love that song. It's like, oh. And you ever do that too? See how I was all together now. Who does that? You ever have like your station go out of tune or whatever, and or like when I'm talking on my phone and I can't hear somebody, I'm like, oh. I start moving with it. And then I'm like, oh, I'll start to recognize sometimes, and I'm like, oh, geez. So actually, as I'm saying that, that's very interesting because, yeah, right, the electromagnetic energies that can come around and then happen to, I don't want to do that, sorry. There's a magnet. Magnetic energies that can happen to, right, because a thought is positive and negative. Unseen electromagnetic energy, alternate current or direct current, right? So too many thoughts in one direction, or like, right, allowing time and space to have balance, because that's not really, those are both, we're going to have a lot of direct thinking and we're going to have a lot alternate thinking. Oh, this might be, but then that makes me feel that, and that might make somebody else feel that way. So then I don't want to do that because then maybe da da da. So going through common sense, right, brings us back inward. And then we're able to have 1 penny, 2 pennies. Common sense. And copper also conducts electricity. So our saltwater body conducts electricity. I mean, to like shit, I felt like I just did a whole. Anyhow, we have a penny in each hand then. So we have balance. Common sense. Then we have 2 cents, right? You have to make sense. Not just have one eye, not just have 1 cent. Then we're walking around with a tray with 1 penny. And then we got to look around, see a penny, pick it up. All day long, you'll have good luck. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Quack, quack, duck. Duck, duck, goose. Ha, 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 ha. Remember that game? Musical chairs. You have to run around, and when they stop to music, you take away a chair. And then someone has to, right? That was like, and people would get so upset. I mean, I got upset when I played the game as a child. And then I've been a nursery school teacher and a mom and had that game go on many times, many a different times throughout time and space in my human life, Earth walk journey experience. So thus far, I think we're playing it on a grander scale right now. Do you know that I heard goose dress up like ducks? Something like that. Alouette, jonte alouette. So shall we stay or shall we play? I'd like to read a card. I also adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Excuse me. I challenge you to a duel. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. Are you all thumbs? I'll be leaving Lincoln logs floating all over the place. Okay, boys? Nobody wants to clean up your shit. That goes for girls too. And also, I'm very grateful, I'll say, for being able to sit on a porcelain throne and flush my due-day. Mm. So who made those pipe systems in order for us to be able to have a throne to sit upon and have our thoughts, our two-sided moon on the back side of us, talking to Anu? Who knew? Ha 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 ha! Achoo! Bless you. Oh, stop. Water carries consciousness. If I'm having massive thoughts while I am sitting upon my throne, right? So whatever we're doing on it, so our thoughts and feelings are formed within the waters. So we're constantly passing our information through many different vibrations of light, water, sound, right? Electricity underground, just like the roots of the trees and the mushrooms in the soil communicate and clean the carbon needed oil. Trees of life we are. What's in your wallet? What's in your waters? Hmm. Just clean them up. Nobody wants to come and plumb the house out because, you decided to not take care of your shit, or you decided to plug it up with cotton. Like, right? Put cotton in your ears and like pretend I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna let you. But I'm gonna keep playing pretend. I gotta wear a mask. I got it wet. No, I'm fine. No, wait, what? Oh, wait, money. Sirens. It depends, right? If you need to wear a diaper, are you codependent nation? I mean, we're all codependent on certain levels, right? So again, like, a big difference in being willing to take a look at oneself and slowly, little by little, right, with gentleness and love and our divine family that's all around and within you and me. Because we big one big company, not one big corporation. We all living on this beautiful, amazing, whatever we fucking are, on in, whether it's flat or round, whether we're on a spaceship hurling through space, on a circular solar system, on a planet we call Earth, and we've traveled to the moon physically, which we haven't. But if that was the truth, right, then But is there living proof of other things? Yeah, absolutely. You know, in God we trust means like, again, Santa said no peeking. So part of that, again, it's important, most important, right? It's like if we did something wrong, if I've done something wrong throughout my life, my experience has been, even when I'm really scared to admit it and feel like a piece of shit and feel like I'm not going to be forgiven, or that I've like done the worst thing in the world, or that like, why can't I stop doing what I'm doing? I used to be I used to be a big drinker, and I never thought I would get to that point. It ran in my family, and I've always just been like a like able to drink others under the table. So I always actually honestly took pride in that, being able to drink more than like the guys or the whatever, and stay somewhat right and be able to still function on some level. Um, but right, it's sneaky, just like the devil, Al Ghul, or what have you. So it's like, oh, it makes me feel more comfortable, or I just feel, like that way a little looser, I can dance or talk a little easier, right? Or have sex with my partner because I don't really feel so comfortable. Maybe I need a few more drinks so that I could be a little more like, right? So we do things to make ourselves feel more comfortable in certain situations. Does that make us bad people? Absolutely not. Do we do things or feel forced to do things a little prematurely? Absolutely. And do we need to be a little more wise to that as a people? Yes. Right. That's the goal, is to become more aware. So as we travel through space and time, and we're all having different experiences throughout, right? The grapevine. I heard it through the grapevine. About to lose my mind, honey, honey. Be my baby. Excuse me. All right, I need to eat. I've been plugged in for a long time now. I have to disconnect from this part of the matrix for a little while because I start to get like, right. So know that too. Take time for you. Um, this is way late now, but for future references too, you never have to go through all this at once. You're not going through any of this alone. You have, right? Like, remember to connect and breathe and do these practices. You can't have a baby on your own. Okay. Even, right. So we need support and help, and someone to help us go through the pregnancy, labor, raising our children. So when we start to decide, right, picking clothes out, going through other people's dirty laundry, but then not our own, well, I have a really cool book right here because there's way more than one God. There's one, right, that one source, right? So God is in everything. And the God of the Vida, baby, all created at different, right, spaces and time, just like how we're all experiencing the waves of light coming through us, igniting different DNA and spectrums of light, radio frequencies, right? So that we evolve and adapt naturally, right? And that's the human, this is just part of right now human, but even before human, how do we get to this human place, right? Evolution has quite a lot to do with that, right? And again, how did the big pyramids get built? And like Pikachu, Machu Picchu. Anyhow, and any other, what comes to you? Any like great, like the wonders of the world, or the any sacred place, or what is like coming up through you now? Because there's a lot of things that are that may be quite scary. That has a lot to do with Neptunian is like dream, like tie-dye dreamy, and then it can also get mixed with Mercury, and then like become scary and then have a feeling and mix with Eve and then turn into Saturn and then be angry, right? I gave to others and they didn't give back to me, or I'm mad now because, right? There's a lot of different things that come with that, right? Saturn creates boundary. Well, where does Saturn, how does Saturn get to be Saturn? Right? If God is also same as Satan, if there's 12 hours in the day, 12 hours at night, and then after there's light, then we have growth of other things. Then we have growth of the earth. Then we have, right now we have shadow. That's different than the first dark, right? After the light is created, and then we have shadow. And then after we have plant, mineral, plant, etc. And then we have our animal kingdom. And then from animal, right, we come upon the earth from air and land and water and start walking four-legged, where we were from fish. So we were, right, part tail, part upper body, or some are Sagittarius, centaurs, four-legged, half man, half goat, half man, half beast, right, so many different combinations of, right, so however you've evolved as a individual son of God per son. Pussy. Cat. Domesticated cat. Again, feelings different than empathy, intuition, right? Inner knowing. Venus represents unconditional love, which is more of a balance. It's unconditional. Like the mother's going to love you, right? But mother is also going to put her fears into you. So it's important to have others that we all, right? It's like to have like uncles and brothers and sisters and cousins and friends and whatever's, right? Because you can't always just depend on mama. And mama's going to be like, don't do that. Or right? We get nervous, right? So we're going to sometimes hold you back from your destiny if we're involved, because we're going to be like, now make sure, blah, blah, blah. And we might get a little, right? So yeah. So we sometimes have to allow, right? Father figure, father, brother, cousin, uncle, sister, grandma, grandpa, to have, right, their time, so that we're all working together. Friends, all of them, all of them is gems. Clean this out. That's yours. Clean it out. You can do it. Truly, you can. I believe in you. I know you believe in you, because you wouldn't be here if you didn't, right? Just clear your clutter. Clear the shit. Clear up the shit. Or clearing the swamp, clearing the sewage system, right? There was just a blockage in the Suez Canal. The sewage. With the evergreen. Evergreen trees represent immortality, the human immortals. Does that make them the gods? The first god? Like, careful where you. What time is it, Mr. Fox? Lots of different spheres and levels and dimensions and places of, right, creation. We about to choo choo chugga chugga on out here. Thank you again. Hopefully you could hear me. They're rushing me out too. The waters keep getting louder and louder. I feel like I look like I'm wearing overalls. It's so funny. I'm so not. But it's like I feel like let's have a hoedown. Yo, actually, that's a fucking. I'm gonna listen to me some Eminem and get the hell outside for a few minutes and truly connect with Mother Earth. I'm standing on a grounding mat as I've been doing this whole thing. I have to stand. I'm not good at sitting too long. Never been. But it's a Earth and Moon grounding mat. It was like, I don't know, again, I think it was like $40 or something like that, around there, if I'm going to talk prices, but which, again, everything's relative. But where we start to, like use too much helium to inflate things, or use our ego and our pride to, right, build bricks in the wall and stand on top of those walls. Well, those walls will jerk when the freaking horns blow. They're not going to stand so tall, right? Anyhow, once upon a time, there's a wonder to it all. You, silly, you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much for all your time and energy, and go rest and allow things to develop like a picture. I just put so much in that, not I, but well, we and what just came through me was a lot, is what I'm trying to say. So yay, ancestry. That was a big one. That was a big what do you call it? Contraction. We just released a lot of devils into the flow. You hear the water going behind me? Let it go. Let it go. All right. Please like and subscribe. And what else? Share. Hit the bell. That's how we vibe. And I just hit a button. Sorry. Told you I was getting tired. And again, I'm still learning. I'm a work in progress too. Failure. As I just blacked out. Was a blackout. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So important. So we don't want to run around making mistakes on purpose, because then it's not a mistake. But if we make a mistake, right, if we happen to stumble and fall, which of course we are going to, don't we all? Big and small, right? So give yourself a little bit of grace, slow down your pace, right? You know, the turtle, not the hare, won the race. And we are one race. If you have anger inside of you, right, blocked up, that's disease. That's disease. It's like hit flourish. I'm going to hit something. I'm playing with the word hit as I'm saying it. That's what's coming out. Anyway, lots of jealousy, envy, and they'll be like, I'm not jealous. I'm not envy. I'm not, not me, not me, not me. Well, okay. Who stole the cookies from the cookie jar? Who, me? Not me. Couldn't be. Then who? That's the oldest. It's like whoever's like, not me. Well, now I'm going to have to take a second look at you. Or at least, right, keep that floating in my pocket. Anyhow, how now, brown cow? Look up the word vaccine. Look up the etymology. Pretty please. I forget the metaphysics, but and also time, money. Look up the metaphysical terms of the word Joseph, Esau, Jacob, Abraham, Sarah, Isaac, Hagar, Ishmael. Oh, sorry, I was like, I'm forgetting one. And that was the other thing, right? So yeah, ism and ish, right? The words that end in ism, right? Because those are right organisms that have right behavioral conditions on some level that are causing right confliction or disturbance within the systems. So where we have right, because that again is a term, like right, you're being childish, right? Or I'm so tired, I can't think of an ism word now. But truly, yeah, behaviorisms, right? Addiction, addictive. Let me see. The different get playing with our words, playing with our food. Um, and again, I'm not. This isn't a politically correct platform on this specific channel. So anything I'm saying on here, do not even try to hold against me because again, everything's wawa, it's just going down the river like that water was just flowing. Right? This is a stream that I'm just flowing on, allowing my free speech to flow out of my human vessel that contains my living waters within and without, and all the things that are made up of the inside of me that make me me, along with my soul and spirit that you cannot see. Anything that has the signature vibratorily my fields of consciousness, unconsciousness, the cerebral cortex, my subconsciousness in the deep under my feet, under the soles of my feet, extending from my solar plexus, right? Your soles of your feet and the solar plexus, what goes down goes across. It's an angle. Arm, leg, arm, head. 1, 2, 3%. 3%. Throat and bows. Elbow. Head, shoulder, knees, and toes. And elbows. Shoulder, elbow. Right hand. Point a finger. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah. So that's part also like I'm playing, but that's part of the mathematical equation with the 3%, like our human DNA. It's like a shoulder, right? A wing. Chicken ain't no thing but a chicken wing. So right, it's like that's our part of the arm, right? You can be in the arm. Careful, that Cthulhu got 8 of them. 9 brains, 8 arms, 1 big head, the super brain, and the 8. And if you cut one off, it goes programmed continuing on, and another one grows back instead. So crazy. So some beings that are here, right, have been here a very long time because they just keep, right, they regrow their parts. They remember, I think, what was that in? Oh gosh, with Deadpool. Yeah. So, and he had to wait for his legs to grow back, and they were like all little while he was all big. That's kind of what it represents. Starfish also. Oh, and wasps. Interesting. Wasps impregnate within the fig. It's like they put the larva in the fig, and then the eggs, the males hatch first. And then as soon as the males hatch, they fertilize the unhatched, unborn female eggs that haven't birthed yet. This is in the fig tree. This has big things to do with the Bible too. And I just heard this yesterday. I was like, oh my God. goes into like Alien and all that, like moving, right? Once I say it, you'll get it. So then maybe, if not, do something. I mean, eventually you will. I don't know. Anyway, so the wasps, right? Ant-Man and Wasp Woman. The wasp, the male, then impregnate the unfertilized, unborn feminine eggs, and then take off, and then they send out a like killer swarm army to protect the unborn. Kind of like talk about as I'm saying it, making me think now, right? Also, are like right in the back cave. And so then they're born pregnant, right? And then that's like the Anunnaki or the right, or like women, right? We have eggs, right? We have so many eggs in us. But don't forget, some beings are asexual. Some are able to flip their sex. I forget the word that's called. Or the term of, the usage, like electricity, water, electricity, usage of a word. So those are a lot of the charges that I guess a lot of beings, especially human nature beings, human nature, we're unconscious. Our human nature, we're blind, we're unconscious. We're like, I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter, it doesn't need, oh my gosh, whatever, right? We're clueless. And then some take advantage of that. Like, you gotta, right? But I won't, because it's like I'm just gonna keep smoking my cigarette and my weed. And my weed, separating the weed from the tares, the weeds from the tares, and we just smoke them. They're good. Little Red Riding Hood. It's like, who's the bad guy, right? In Wizard of Oz? The witch, Glinda, for being like, oh, just following her, letting her think whatever the whole time, or Dorothy, or do they all flip flop, or the wizard, right? Or Toto for Miss Gulch. I mean, right? It's like who again? That's like triangulation. So there got to be a villain and a victim, and then we got to have a hero or a savior, and they can shapeshift. I mean, if you think about that in different equations throughout the nations, in the vibrations, in the stories that we've told, right? Whether they've been in movies or in books, in stores, sold, new or old. Yo, and it's about to be 3 hours and 3 minutes. So I'm really going to say peace out this time. Please like and subscribe, tribe. Keep the movement going and share, share, share. Sharing is caring. And process and allow and love. And that's how we create space. We don't have to make a machine and fly and run away because we're in fear. We need to create space within the living space that we're in by going through our thoughts and our feelings, right? Being present in our moment, not getting stuck too far in the past, not going too far ahead in the future. Allow yourself to, right? Allow what come natural. Elohim, El Natural. Again, different than raw and real. I go fly fishing and I throw shit back. And I don't, again, my ignorance and unawareness come from a different place than another person being's perspective. So in order to understand where another is coming from and then integrate that information and have understanding, so I'm not feeling some type of way and feeling less than or greater than, I'm coming from true north, from truth, where there's balance and harmony, and we create a melody and space and more because we're connecting with our roots and the divine. Till next time. Thank you so much for hanging. Just keep swimming. A little ding, ring, ring, ring time, springtime.